Welcome to everybody, and welcome to the third Easia Active live webinar. Today I'm really excited because we are going to talk about and share with all of you a lot of information about active and adventure travel in Cambodia, my favorite country, if I have to be honest. Cambodia is a fantastic destination where I've spent 4 years of my life living in Cambodia, and where I develop most of the adventure and active experiences that I'm going to share with all of you today. I moved to Cambodia in 2016, and I got trapped in this destination. To be honest, is where my love for Southeast Asia has started back then. For different reasons. One of the reasons why I fall in love for Cambodian, for all Southeast Asia is, as I mentioned on my previous webinar, is the people that I met during these years, and I'm really looking forward, to be honest, that the border will open and I can go back there. Before starting the webinar and going into the details, as usual, I would like to inform you that this webinar is recorded. So we're going to send you the recording video on the follow-up email. And if you have any question, please don't hesitate to write them on the chat box, and me and Ward, we are going to reply to all your questions at the end of the presentation during the Q&A session. Okay, so now let's start. So this webinar is hosted by me. I'm just a quick introduction about myself. I'm Matteo. I'm the Easia Active brand manager. I am leading the Easia Active team in Southeast Asia, designing and creating and operating all the active, adventure, and sustainable program and experiences in our 5 destinations. Today, our special guest is Ward, our Easia Active marketing manager, a colleague, but also a friend that we spent a couple of good couple of years together doing some adventure travel in Southeast Asia. Welcome, Ward.
Thank you very much, Matteo. Excited to be here.
Thank you. So let's have a look quickly at the agenda. So as a first step, as usual, we are going to give you just a quick introduction of Easia Active for the one that they don't know us yet. Then we are going into the details, giving you some information about the destination. So where is Cambodia, how to get there, when is the best time to travel, and also talking about adventure travel. We're going to share with you what are the best region for adventure travel. Then I think it's going to be the most interesting part for you. Will be the point number 4, where we're going to give you some information about how to design an adventure active program in Cambodia. We're going to give you some idea on what are the best area and how to design a program in this destination. And then I will share with you some of specific project and experiences that were created by our team in this destination. Then we have a Q&A session, and Ward is going to give us at the end of the webinar some information, a kind of detour of how to use the Agent Hub and all the tools available for all our clients and partners that work with us. So let's start. First of all, what is Easia Active? Easia Active is the B2B adventure DMC, part of Easia Travel Group. We are an independent team of experts and people passionate about adventure and sustainable travel. We are a team of sales. We have a sales team specialized on adventure that speaks different languages, but also we have operation team and guides that are trained and experienced on how to operate and escort adventure program in our destination. Being part of this is the destination where we are based and located, and we operate. So we operate in Myanmar, as I explained on the previous webinar. Then we are in Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, and finally Cambodia, the country of today. In these 5 destinations, we have 14 operational offices where our team is located, and base in all these offices. We have our sales team, operation team, and some of our guides. Being part of the Easia group allow us to get some advantages. First of all, we can share the logistic of our offices, so we can share offices with all of them, but also it allows us to have a really good contracting power. And in fact, we are really able to provide very competitive rates to all of you. And apart from that, we are able to align and follow all the international standards needed and to provide really high quality services. I'm really proud also to share with you that this is our 20 years anniversary. So we have been in the tourism industry and operating in these regions, in these countries since 20 years. And we are really excited and here to stay for a long time with all our team. Some additional information about the Easia Active. As I say, we are an independent team, specialized and passionate about adventure and sustainable travel. We have a dedicated sales team that speaks different languages, English mainly. Then we have some people speaking French, German, and Italian. Also, we have all our products and experiences that we include in our program and we offer to you are all designed and created by us, meaning that and control and monitor. So when we offer a program to you, our team, local team on spot, had already checked all the trail, cycling trail, kayak or hiking, and we monitor the quality of the trail constantly every year. Also, thanks to the quality department, we have a quality team that is helping us not only on monitoring the quality of our experiences and product, but also in terms of suppliers. So they help us to control the quality of our equipment, transportation, hotel, and restaurants. And in particularly during this period where we all live in this situation, they're all helping us in following all the various procedure and standard to align with all the international standard to face this situation. That it's really important. In order with and also with the quality team, we are always collaborating on creating constant training for our guides and team about sustainability and adventure travel every year. Another point to highlight is our team on spot. As I say, we have 14 operational offices where our team is located. So we cover most of the region of Southeast Asia, and our team is always available for you and for your clients when they are on spot for any situation or any question that they have. Another important point that I would like to highlight is our commitment towards sustainability. Sustainability at Easia is part of our strategy, but also our culture. We are a part of some international organization, as you can see here, Travel Life, Child Safe, and also ATTA. One of the projects that I would like to share with you is the Refill project. It's a project that we started in 2017 in Cambodia. And now, since this year, we're able to offer to all of you tours in all our destinations without using any plastic bottles. We are able to organize a logistic within our country and within our destination where your travelers can refill their bottles in various refill stations set in our vehicles or in our hotel or in the various restaurants. This is an option that we offer to all of you if you would like to reduce your impact on the environment. Moreover, we are part of Travel Life, helping us on reducing our impact on the environment, not only in our offices, but also outside within our experiences and project. And we are Child Safe certified, meaning that all our program and activity that we offer follow specific criteria that protect and respect the community and the children where we live and operate our business in. Apart from the sustainability part and our commitment towards it, this is our fantastic team in Cambodia. I just want, we have a bigger team, sure, but I didn't have space in the slide. So here you can see some of our team members that are helping us to provide an excellent service and great experiences in Cambodia. So we have our guides here on the bottom, specialized in cycling or in sustainable travel. And then we have our operation, quality, sustainability and production team all together. Apart from, so this is a quick introduction of Easia Active. So now let's go into the details. I'm going to give you some information about why to travel in Cambodia. First of all, let's have a look. Where is Cambodia? So Cambodia is located in Southeast Asia. It's this country, as you can see, is the smallest one in of our 5 destinations, and it border with Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam. And here we have the sea here down. As you can see, with its location, is a country that is perfect for combination tours. You can combine it easily with Vietnam, with Laos, with Thailand, or even with Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand. But Cambodia itself is a great destination. It has a lot to offer and is a country that is perfect to visit by itself. There is a lot of things to visit from a cultural point of view, history, landscape, nature, adventure. There is for everything you need. Here you can see the map into the details of Cambodia. We have the capital, that is Phnom Penh, here in this area. And then we have Siem Reap. Siem Reap is the hub of Angkor Wat, where there is the archaeological park. And here you can see other sites. So here we have Preadirea, another UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Here we have another site, it's on Bok Prekuk. And then here we have the highlands in the north, in the south, Korong and Korong Salem. The area, other interesting area to visit are, we will see later, will be Chipat, here the rainforest, Ratanakiri, Mondulkiri, and then here with the Tonle Sap, the largest freshwater lake in Southeast Asia. So this point that we highlight for you are the land borders. So Cambodia, the main international airport are Phnom Penh, of course, is the capital, Siem Reap, and then here Sihanoukville. But Cambodia can also be reached by land with combination with Laos, crossing this border here, or another border that we can use from Vietnam here in around Ratanakiri, or another border that we use very often also for our cycling tour in combination with Vietnam is here in this area with Chau Doc. And it's a border that could be crossed by cruise or by speedboat. And here instead is the land border. This is one of the most famous border crossing because a lot of people organize cruises from the south of Mekong here to Phnom Penh or even around the Tonle Sap. And also us, we do the cycling tour in this area. So this is where Cambodia is located. So let's see now when is the best time to travel. To be honest, Cambodia, you can travel all year long. But doing for adventure and active travel, I would like to suggest you some specific destination, because when you do sport, in particularly like cycling tour or some long hiking programs, there are some regions that are best to experience those type of programs. So the best time to visit Cambodia is from November until let's say middle of March, beginning of March. This is the best season because the temperature is pretty pleasant. It's not really humid and it's not too hot compared to the other months. March is also possible. It's starting to be a bit hot and dry, but it's possible to do it. April and May, it's also possible, but it's starting to become challenging because the temperature are becoming really high and it's really dry the landscape, but if someone is really prepared physically, can also do a cycling, for example, in this period of time. Here is the rainy season. Don't be scared, even though you see the cloud with the rain. It's not raining as in Europe every day. Usually in Cambodia, we have the monsoon that rains around 1 or 2 hours. We call it rain shower or rain clock. So it's like 1 hour of rain or 2, depending on the season. The time that is raining the most is September and October. So July and August is also possible to do definitely a cycling tour or a hiking tour in some of the destination. In particular for me, I like this period for cycling because it's also fresh. It's a bit humid, but it's also fresh, and the landscape is beautiful because everything is green and it's lush, and it's also kind of more fun in some cases to cycle when on this type of the period. Okay, so now let's have a look of why traveling in this beautiful country. So as I say, for me, I really fall in love with Cambodia in general, but with all Southeast Asia. But one of the things that I would like to highlight is the safety and the welcoming people that you meet in those countries. Wherever you go, not all in Cambodia, in all Southeast Asia, it's really safe to travel. And wherever you go, from the big cities such as Phnom Penh, Siem Reap, Bangkok, Hanoi, all the people are really welcoming and really willing to share with you their experience and really open and curious to know you. So for me, this is one of the main highlight and point for why to come to Cambodia. Another point concerning adventure travel, for me, Cambodia is a sort of playground for everybody. You have is perfect for people that are looking for a real challenge to do 80 to 100 kilometers per day cycling, but also for people that want to come to Asia, do some active holiday, but at the same time relax in a really beautiful hotel, or going to the beaches, or relaxing in a nice place. So we have we can design experiences for everybody, and this is a good selling point for Cambodia. The variety of landscape is also amazing. Wherever you go, also in our cycling tour and hiking tour, you will see the landscape constantly changing. You have the jungle of the Cardamom, you have the Tonle Sap close by Siem Reap, you have Ratanakiri and Mondulkiri with the hills, and the beautiful temples of Previrea and Angkor Wat. So there is different type of landscape everywhere. And don't forget about the beaches. On Koron Salem, we have beautiful islands. Nothing to be jealous from our neighbors Thailand, but it's excellent, and the excellent services. What do you think? What do you like about Cambodia?
Well, I think you mentioned most of it already, but personally, yes, of course, I'm in love with the people. I think the genuine warm smiles that you get in Cambodia are just simply amazing. I don't think anybody can visit Cambodia and not be touched by that. That's also something that we see in the feedback that we get from our travelers, that comes always out on top. It's like the main thing they loved about Cambodia is the people. So the people really make the experience. Aside from that, I would say the adventure. You used the word playground. You can't better describe it. Cambodia is a massive playground for everybody who likes adventure travel. It's kind of like feeling like Indiana Jones sometimes. Like you have so many temples to explore. The authenticity of the countryside is unseen. Like it's hard to find such places. The wild jungles to explore. So yes, it's truly a playground.
Yeah, definitely. You will see later on when we go into the details for all the programs. And here are some of the pictures. In fact, here is a part of Mondulkiri where you can visit the Elephant Valley project. It is a fantastic project about elephant, how they rescue the elephant around that area. Then here is a cycling tour in Cambodia. This is a kayak tour that we offer in Tonle Sap Lake, and you will see later on more information. As you say, Cambodia is a fantastic country, and for us, the best way to visit it is with an adventure or an active program for different reasons. Traveling in an active adventure way is an eco-friendly way of traveling. We try to reduce our impact on the environment, not only reducing the plastic with our refill project, but also reducing our carbon footprint, trying to use different means of transportation, such as bicycle, hiking, or as we saw in Myanmar last webinar, we use sometimes the train or the local ferry, trying to reduce the flight connection within the country. Active travel is also a way of slow travel, try to connect with the people, with the nature, try to explore the destination much more deeply to get into the culture, the tradition, but also active and adventure travel. You will see later now in the program that I will show you, will allow to visit areas that are impossible to explore with a normal vehicle. So we reach villages and mountains and places that are not common on the usual programs that we offer. And to conclude, it's for you, of course, a business opportunity, not adventure in general. It has been one of the type of travel, the trend that has grown constantly in the last years in the tourism industry, but also now in the situation where we live in, it's becoming even more and more common. Everybody's talking about now people that want to get close to the nature, go in contact with the nature. We have doing this since long time. And I think now for you, it would be a good business opportunity also to take into consideration adventure and active travel. So now let's go into a bit more the details before entering in the program. What are the best regions for active travel? The first region is the West Cambodia. Here we have a lot, in our case, we design a lot of models around here because there is a lot of things to visit, from temples, landscape, reserve, natural reserve, community. So there is a lot of things to explore. We have a lot of day tours, cycling, but also we have a lot of hiking, trekking and hiking models around. Here we have Siem Reap with the Angkor Archaeological Park in this area where we can visit by bicycle, self-guided or guided tour, but also we have our hiking tour. We have Phnom Kulen National Park, a little bit 50 kilometers from Siem Reap in this area where we have some trekking tour via camping or homestay, where we can design some 3-day, 2-night experience. And finally, we have the Tonle Sap Lake, the largest freshwater lake in all Southeast Asia. Really important for there is a natural reserve for a bird sanctuary. If someone like bird watching or kayaking, this is a perfect spot to visit, and you will see later on one of our projects. Then Battambang and Banteshma as a community-based project. Another area will be the east of Cambodia. The east of Cambodia is one of the less remote, remote area and less visited. The main highlight of this part is Pondulkiri with the Elephant Valley project, a really nice project that is pretty interesting to visit with a half day or full day excursion. Then we have Ratanakiri here with Banglung is the city, where we have the Virachay National Park and Lac Nom Lake. It's a really nice area where we design a nice program, a nice activity that I will show you later on with the contact with the community here and different type of activities. And then we have Krache here, this part, beautiful place to relax and to be in contact with the community in the highland in the Mekong River. And finally, we have the south. The south is a mix of a wild jungle and beautiful beaches. So in the south, we have cardamom, the cardamom mountain, the rainforest here, where we have different projects that are great, not only from an adventure point of view, but also from a sustainability point of view. We have Chipat community-based project and Cardamom Tandem Camp. Those projects are really interesting, not only from an experience point of view, but also because people, when they participate to this project, they help to protect the environment and the forest from illegal poaching or deforestation. So participating to this activity help to support this sustainable project.
And we also have in this region, we have Shintamani Wild, also maybe something to highlight, which is the world-renowned low-impact, ultra-luxury tented camp by famous hotel designer Bill Bensley. And it's a tented camp that perfectly blends like luxury, adventure, and environmental conservation. It is for travelers on a larger budget though, but it's definitely something not to be missed.
Exactly.
It's absolutely unique.
It's really beautiful. Also, the area is completely different. The landscape is totally different from what you can see here and in all this area. And finally, we have the, as I say, the untouched islands, Coron and Coron Salem, that are beautiful. It's like to go in Thailand 20 years ago. Beaches that are really there is not yet a lot of people, but the accommodation are starting to get better and better now. We have really good level type of accommodation in the islands nowadays to offer. And then we have Kampot. So after this was an introduction about Cambodia. Now, as I say, we are going into the part of showing to all of you some of the sample programs to give you an idea on how to design an adventure active program in this destination. So the first program that I would like to share with you is Cambodia off the beaten track. It's a program that is going from to explore the east region of Cambodia and then conclude to arrive, of course, in Angkor Wat. That it's the highlight of Cambodia in general. So the destination that we visit are Phnom Penh, Krache, Ratanakiri, Previrea, and Siem Reap, as you can see from the map here. So the traveler will arrive in Phnom Penh with an international flight. They will visit the second day the capital, doing some cultural sightseeing. And from the third day, the adventure begins. And they starting to go up to northeast. The first step will be Krache, where they will visit this area. And here we have the possibility to sleep in the homestay or in the hotel, and they can visit the Kotrong island by hiking or by bicycle and get close to the community, see the Irrawaddy dolphin and some temples here around this area. It's really beautiful for me. It's really an amazing highland and place to explore. You're completely out of all the noise. You're completely surrounded by nature. And from Krache, in this program, we moved to Ratanakiri. Of course, it wouldn't be possible also to stop in Mondulkiri, but in this case, we decided to show you like this part. So you go to Ratanakiri, where you will do a sunset on the top of the hills when you arrive, and the day after, you will experience a fantastic program that I will show you later some pictures. Where you do some hiking, some bamboo rafting, and some different type of activity, and you meet the community that live in a small village at the border of Virachai National Park. After this experience in Ratanakiri and Banlung, you move to Previrea to visit the temple. And it's really a really beautiful temple on the border to Thailand here on the top. And finally, you reach Siem Reap, where you will do the hiking tour in Angkor Wat. So it's a new product that we design in Angkor. So you visit Angkor in a different way. So it's not the classic way by tuk-tuk or car, like up and off on the various temples. But we designed some trail within the Angkor Archaeological Park, where you walk in the different trails, visiting different temples. I will show you some pictures later. For the tour overview. So this tour, as you can see here, is 12 days and 11 nights. The level of this tour is easy. So level 1 is accessible to everybody for different reasons. First of all, it's a really well-balanced program. So as you can see, 6 days, we do some activities over 12. The distance of hiking goes between 10 to 15 each day. So it's like less than 4 hours of real physical activity. Moreover, this program could be experienced only sleeping in the hotels, but also if some people would like to get really close to the community, we can offer some homestay in Krache or in Bemelea in this area before Siem Reap. Best time to experience this program is, as I say, between November to beginning of March is the best time. End of October, March is the best time. April, May is possible, but it's pretty hot. Then in the rainy season here, it could be challenging to do some hiking tour. But the rest of Cambodia, for example, Siem Reap, Krache, and Phnom Penh is also possible to do it in the rainy season. Now let's have a look at some of the highlights. So here you can see the pictures. So here you can see is the highland of Koh Trong, some of the picture of the highland. The island we will visit, there are 2 ways. You can visit it by bicycle or you can visit by walking. It's a 7 kilometers trail around the island. So it's really, could be done in a bicycle or even by walking. After visiting Krache, we go to Ratanakiri, as I say, where we will start this hiking tour in this community. Really beautiful. The trail that we follow is about 10 kilometers, is this type of trail. And we reach the top of the hill where you have the view on all Virachai National Park. Arriving at the top, you meet the community where you will cook with them. They will show you how they cook their food with traditional cuisine. As you can see from here, this is a bamboo soup made with bamboo. And finally, after the lunch, you relax a bit in the village, and then you go down taking the bamboo rafting, or there is also local boat, depending on the client. But also bamboo rafting is a nice experience. After Ratanakiri and Bandung, we go to Pravirea. This is the temple that we will visit before arriving to Siem Reap. And finally, we visit Angkor by on foot. So this is the type of trail that people usually follow. As you can see, it's always shadow. It's a good point because even though there is the sun, you don't feel it too much, the heat of the sun. So it's kind of pleasant to walk on this type of trail. And you visit different type of temples. We have 3 modules in the Angkor Park. So we have different type of experiences based also on the time and on what people are looking for. So we have here Prekan, Bayon, and some, of course, Angkor Wat, and some of the highlights of the temples. So this program is perfect, as I say, for everybody. As I say, the physical level, it's level 1, so it's really easy. It's for people, of course, that like to do active travel, that like walking, and also a point that I would like to highlight is for people that are looking for interaction and connection with local community. This is exactly a picture of the community, the experience in Ratanakiri. When we met the community, they opened a jar of rice wine in order to welcome the group. And so, I mean, if you like you can drink. If not, you don't. But it's this type of interaction. So the people are really welcoming and want to share the experience with you. So it's for this type of people looking for this type of relationship and engaging with the community. So this one was the first program, and now I'm going to share the program number 2. It is more, it's focused more on cycling. This program show you also that Cambodia can be visited as a really as a single destination, not only from visiting with a hiking program, but also as a cycling tour. This one is a cycling tour that goes from the capital until the Angkor Wat. It's also well-balanced cycling tour. It lasts 10 days in total. In 10 days, we cycle 8 days, as you can see from the date. The average cycling per day is about 40 to 60. This is what we suggest in order to have a well-balanced for people that are not really looking for a real challenge. So 40 to 60 kilometers per day is a well-balanced cycling tour, but we can also extend the kilometers to 80, 100, depending on the day and depending on what people are looking for. Usually we classify this tour as a level 3. Something that I would like to point out is there is not elevation, so it's not like cycling in Europe or in Italy where you have to climb 1,000 meters with a bicycle. Cambodia is pretty flat, in particularly this area. So even though you see 40 kilometers of cycling, we don't have to be scared because there is not elevation. So it's always flat, the trail. So this program goes from the capital, from Phnom Penh. They visit the city with a cultural sightseeing, and then from the third day they start cycling towards Kambodscha. This area is beautiful because we stop to some of the village where they grow the silk. They see how the silkworm. They see how they make the scarf, the krama, the traditional Cambodian scarf. They did some plantation in the area here, so you see really the life along the Mekong River. After Kompong, they stop to Kompong Tom. That is the region where there is Sombok Prekuk, another UNESCO World Heritage Site, a beautiful complex of temples. They will visit by bicycle and by hiking. After the visit around Kompong Tom here, we move towards Siem Reap when we reach Angkor Wat. Also, this part is, you will see later on the depiction, is beautiful because we all cross the countryside and villages, and we will go. You see different type of landscape from the Mekong here river towards this part that is more rice field, and then finally the temples on Siem Reap. Even this tour is possible to do it only sleeping in the hotels, but we can also include some homestay along the way, depending on what people are looking for. In terms of seasonality, as I say, you could do this tour all year long. We suggest, as I say, from end of October, November until March. But a cycling tour, I also suggest that it's possible to do it in July and August, even though there is a rainy season. But as I say, it doesn't rain every day, all day, and it's kind of pleasant to cycle in this area when it's also kind of not always dry, always sunny, and there is a bit of rain. So even in August and July, for me, it's a good time for a cycling tour. Another information I would like to share with you is the size of the group. All our tours we suggest to do it from maximum 12 to 15 packs in order to keep the group small. Also from a logistic point of view, it's much better for our team, and also for the experience. However, it's possible also to organize for larger group from 18, 20, 22, depending on the request. But we always try to keep the group between 12 to 15 in order to create a much better atmosphere. Okay, so here are some of the highlights that some of the pictures that I took during our inspection and during our tours. Here you can see the type of trail that we can find in Cambodia. They're beautiful, to be honest. 80 to 90% of the trail that you have in Cambodia for cycling are dirt road. Completely different from Vietnam. Vietnam, it's more paved road and concrete, while Cambodia, it's really more rural, rustic, and you cross constantly villages, and you get in contact with the local people. It's beautiful. It's a completely, for me, it's a real adventure. It's a real adventure also. This is the type of trail basically that we have in Cambodia on our tour. And finally, this is Angkor Park. This is Sambop Prekuk, the temple that I mentioned before. And this is the part of between Phnom Penh and Kambodscha, the only trail that is concrete. And finally, this is the Angkor archaeological park. 80% of the trail that we use, 80% of use are secondary road. We never use main road, only in case we have to cross a small part before entering again on secondary road. So we never use traffic road or things like that. And now I will share with you some later on the logistic. For this program, it's perfect for people looking for an active cycling holiday. So for people that like to cycle and they have a good physical condition, because we have to do 40 to 60 kilometers per day. And also looking for slow travel and interaction with the local community. Here we can see the logistics. So the bicycle that we provide in Cambodia are Cannondale and Trek. These are the bicycles that we have available in this destination and are really good international brand of bicycle. Included with the bicycle, we have we give the helmet to the travelers, and it is mandatory to wear the helmet while cycling in Cambodia. Moreover, in terms of logistic, we have always our vehicles to follow the group. In case someone is tired or they don't want to cycle anymore, there is no problem. We have our team following the group on spot. In terms of service, we provide unlimited water. So we have our refill station of drinkable water on the van and on the hotel. So we stop every 8 to 12 kilometers. We have a stop where we provide snacks, water to refresh. As I say here, 2 to 4 snacks per day. Could be local snack, different type of food to give to the clients, but also we stop to some cultural sightseeing. So it's not only cycling for 40 kilometers, but we try always to, within the cycling tour, we stop to some archaeological sites, some workshop, some pagoda, in order to make the experience much more variable. And this is the type of logistics. So this is a standard logistic. Of course, we have different type of logistics based on the needs and expectation, but also on the size of the group. As you can see, we have always a vehicle and a guide to follow, or in some cases, depending on the group size, we have a guide and mechanic and 2 vehicles to follow the group. Okay, so now we are getting to the last sample program. So this one is the most, one of my favorite one, if I have to be honest. Together with all of them, I like them for different reasons, but this one is a bit more challenging in terms of adventure and landscape. So the title that we gave to this sample program is From the Temples to the Deep Jungle, and you will see now why. So this is the tour overview. The tour starts from Siem Reap, so the area of Angkor Wat here, and it goes down towards Cardamom in the jungle, in the rainforest of Cambodia. So the destination that we visit are Siem Reap, Phnom Kulen National Park, Phnom Penh, Cardamom Mountain are those one the main sites. This tour is about 12 days to 11 nights average. It could be less, it could be more, depending on the needs and what you have in mind. Hiking distance per day. It goes between 10 to 15 to 17 kilometers per day. Why it is level 3 compared to the first one? For different reasons. Here, because there is a much higher elevation in the national park in Kulen. Here is a longer trek, but also it's a bit more challenging in the Cardamom in terms of accommodation, but also the challenge because we cross the jungle of the rainforest. So in terms of hiking day is 7 hiking day over 12. So here in this case is also a well-balanced tour. And we have different type of homestay accommodation. We sleep in hotel, we sleep in the homestay, and we do the camping in the hammock. This type of program, it could be experienced only from November until March. It's also possible in April and May, but it's not possible during the summer. So July, August, September, and October, because in this area it's raining more than the rest of Cambodia, so it's not accessible, the trekking trail during the rainy season. So during rainy season, it's not possible to experience any type of tour in this part of the rainforest. So let's see some of the highlights. What is the difference? What are the highlights of this tour? The main highlights, apart of we will visit for sure Angkor Wat, the Angkor Archaeological Park. But in this tour, we will also explore the Phnom Kulen National Park with a trekking module that goes with the national park, through the national park, and then you sleep in the homestay or in a camping, depending on the needs. This is the type of trail that we have in Phnom Kulen. So as you can see, it's still on the forest, and they can also visit some cultural sites. This is the elephant, the Dam Ray, one of the main highlight of the Phnom Kulen National Park. And here are their temples. And finally, after the visit of Siem Reap and Phnom Kulen National Park, we go to the Cardamom, where we explore the Cardamom and the jungle with a 4-day, 3 nights trekking module. We will sleep 1 night in the bungalow, 1 night in the hammock, as you can see here, and 1 night again in the bungalow. And we cross a trail in the jungle of 15 kilometers one day and 17 another day. Don't worry, the community, this is a model in collaboration with Chipat, the community-based project in the Cardamom, and they provide all the equipment. So this bag that you can see here is provided by them. The hammock also is provided by them with the mosquito net. We have a camp site where it's protected. You will see later on the pictures. And of course, you need to bring your clothes. You have to dress properly in order to cross the jungle, but it's a really great experience, not only from an adventure point of view, but also from a sustainability point of view, because participating to this tour, you support the community in order to protect the forest and to avoid the deforestation and illegal poaching. So this type of tour is for people that have a good physical level, to be honest, and they practice sport, to be honest, all year long. not in terms of elevation, to be honest, there is not like a mountain to climb, but there's also the condition where you do the trekking tour is a bit more challenging, crossing the forest, and also in a Kulen National Park. Also in terms of accommodation, it's you need to be flexible, because you will sleep in the hammock, you will sleep in the homestay, and you will see now in the logistics. So this is the type of logistic that we offer on this tour. This is the camping site in the Cardamom. We sleep only one night. It's possible, if for people that they want to do it longer, it's possible to do a longer trek of two nights in the hammock. We suggest to do it one night. It's also one night is enough. I mean, I did it also for 2 nights, and for me, I love it. But maybe for people that are not used to this type of accommodation, one night as an experience, it's perfect. And this one is one of the homestay that we offer in Cambodia, in Pemmelea, and in Phnom Kulen. So these are the type of accommodation that we have on this model, apart from, of course, the hotel. Even in this case, we have unlimited drinking water, and we provide some snack along the way, and we try to reduce the plastic while doing the trek with the water tank. Also here we have some specific logistic. Always our team is always followed by our specialized hiking guide and some porters from the community. Just to give you some pictures of accommodation in Cambodia, even though you visit, this is, for example, are the bungalow in Chipat. So you will sleep one night in the hammock, but at the same time, when you go back in the village, you will sleep in this type of accommodation. So this is the bungalow available in Chipat, with a private toilet, and this is the room. And this one instead is the homestay in Kulen mountain. As you can see, here is the type of accommodation. Here it is during the day. This is the logistic that we organize during the night, just to show you what does it mean an homestay in Cambodia. But there's also nice accommodation. These one are just some accommodation in Ratanakiri, just to show you that even though it's east part of Cambodia is pretty remote, there are very nice accommodation even this area. This one is Terre Rouge in Balung, and this is the type of this is the band Terre Rouge. This one is Rajabori in Karachi, a nice hotel, really colonial style. And this one, if I'm not mistaken, is Ratanakiri Boutique Hotel in still in Bandung. So as you can see, even you are in the remote area of Southeast, like Cambodia, you can still have nice accommodation. Okay, so we still have some, I would like to share with you still more information. I try to be quick to give them some space to work, to show you our agent hub. So now I'm going to share with you some of the experience that are what I would like to highlight to all of you, and were designed by our team in Cambodia. So this is a fantastic project that our Cambodian team created. We launched it last year in October. It's a fantastic experience, a completely different way of exploring and living the Tonle Sap Lake. So this one is the floating houses, so that are designed and created by our team in collaboration with the community of Prektoal. So this experience has a small capacity, so only 5 people can live this type of experience. So we have 2 rooms. This is the type of room that we offer. As you can see, with all the amenities, it's a sort of floating room of a small hotel, boutique hotel. So this one was designed by us. We have proper bed with fan, with the toilet here on the back, with all the amenities needed. And these one are the room, and here we have the restaurant, the floating restaurant. So people will sleep in one of these floating houses, and they will move with the boat, escorted by the community with our team. And they will sleep in total privacy in one of these house rooms. We have the capacity, as I say, for five people maximum, and we can do a different type of experiences. We have a kayak tour, we have a bird watching tour, we have a workshop with the community. And this project, it was created together with our team of Easia and the community of the villages. So we train all the villagers in the area to be like waiters, chef, security. So when you participate to this type of experience, you all contribute to the benefit of the community of the floating village of Brektol. Moreover, we partner with an NGO that is protecting the natural reserve. So when you experience the float, this Tonle Sap lake with the Easia floating house, we always create an activity where you visit the natural reserve, the bird watching, with the bird watching, in order to contribute to the community and to the NGO project to protect still the area there. Apart from it, I would like to highlight some of the community-based experiences that we have in our we can offer to all of you. Together, when you design an adventure program, we can always include some experiences to additionally make a positive impact on the destination, such as EcoSoap. It's a fantastic project that nowadays is giving, it's really, it has a great impact in Cambodia, but not also in Cambodia, because now it's a project that is spread worldwide in other developing country, that recycle the soap from the hotel, the soaps that there is in the rooms, they recycle them and they give it for free to the local community. So in our program, we can include this activity that is only half day, where the people visit the workshop, they understand how they recycle the soap, they collect it from the hotel, they recycle, they make it, they make it in this bar, like this one, and then they donate for free to all the community in Cambodia, around some villages. And then we have other workshop, such as Bayon Pastry School, where we do some visit to the school, and we eat some cake and we learn about this project. This is Bante Shma, and more and more. Another project of Easia that I would like to share with you. This is my kind of small project that I designed 1.5 years ago. It's a self-guided cycling tour around Angkor Wat. So basically, you can visit the Angkor Archaeological Park by yourself. We created 3 different trails, cycling tours, that you can visit the park by yourself. Our team, if someone would like to do that, our team will brief the travelers. So we give them the device with all the map, as you can see here, and there is all the points to stop. We provide the bicycle, the phone, the equipment to attach the phone and the bag, and of course the helmet and all the equipment, and also the road book, where there are all the information and details. With the phone here, there is internet and credit, so they are in constant contact with our team. If something happened, or they got lost, or something doesn't work, they just call. Or if they're not confident on speaking in English, they can text via WhatsApp. So it's a great service and a great project that we developed 1.5 years ago, and it's really really nice for people that are really used to travel and they want to visit the temples by themselves in a different way. We always provide bicycle and also the backup in case something happens. We are reaching to the end, and to conclude, I would like to show also this beautiful accommodation is the Cardamom Tended Camp Eco Resort. In the Cardamom, as I say, you can do the Chipat jungle trek, but also for people that would like to still visit the jungle, but in a more relaxed and comfort way, we have this. There is this possibility. Shintamani is really for, as words say, for people with a really high budget, but Cardamom Tended Camp it's for it's a fantastic project with this safari tent. You can visit this beautiful area in the Cardamom and at the same time protect the forest around around it, because even here when you sleep in this hotel there is 90% eco-friendly, so they have solar panel, they recycle the compost, they don't use plastic, so they try to do to follow really precise guidelines to reduce their impact. You also protect the forest around around. And finally, some other inspiration for you. We can do also some active family holidays. This is one of the experience that we design only for families, the Khmer Family Days, where a family with kids can do some experiences and really get close to the community in Cambodia. So they can. This is Battambang with the bamboo trail. We have some specific experience to visit Angkor Wat. For example, we have the treasure hunt, a fun way to visit Angkor Wat with a game for kids, for all ages. Usually for the treasure hunt, is usually from 8 years old up, because you need to read, you need to be more interactive. And other activities around Siem Reap and Battambang. And finally, also the Cardamom Tended Camp is a good spot also for family if you want to relax in the middle of the nature. Okay, yes, to conclude, Cambodia is not only jungle, temples, and adventure, but it's also, as I say, beautiful beaches and nothing to, how can I say, to be different from Thailand, to be honest. As you can see from these pictures, these are the long beach in Korong with a white sand and clear blue sky, blue sea. Here is the royal sand. So the accommodation type and level is also increasing in the island, so you can find really good accommodation even in Koron and in Korong Salem. And it's a perfect spot to close your adventure on it. Okay, so I tried to be a bit fast. I hope it was, I tried to give as much information to all of you. So if you have any question, you can start to write them.
Okay. We already got 2 questions, one from Teresa. Teresa asks or says that she's concerned about the physical condition of the customers. How is the ideal age for customers for these trips? I don't know if Teresa, if you are still in the webinar, could you specify which exact program you would like this question answered to?
But in general, to be honest, is just to reply for generally, there is not a specific age to say from this age to this age the program, because there are people that have 60 to 65 years old that are even fit more than 18 years old nowadays. It's just when we design a program, we always try to make it well balanced. So as I say, we try always to balance the physical activity with the cultural sightseeing and workshop or stops for the food and for the water. But also when we send to you a program, we always make the details of every day. So when you receive the program, you have the exact number of kilometers that the people they do hiking or cycling. You know the elevation, so you understand if it is something a bit challenging or not. And also we give an idea of the level. So if it's level 1, it means that it's accessible to everybody. But also in case we have some, as I say, if we have a group with different people, someone could be a bit fitter than another one. We always try to, for a cycling tour, we always try to split the group and try to, with the guide and the mechanic, or if we do an hiking tour, we always try to do the same in some cases. We try to balance.
Okay, we have another question from Sandra. What was the name of the luxury tented camp in the south for people with big budget? That will be Shintamani Wild. Shintamani Wild by the famous hotel designer Bill Bensley. Then we have a last question from Bela. Can we get a PowerPoint copy of the presentation? Absolutely. We will include the slide deck or a link to the slide deck in the follow-up email that you will receive tomorrow. Then we have another question from Andrea. What about professional e-bikes like you have in Europe? Do you also have them all around Cambodia? That's a very, very good question.
Exactly. The e-bike, yes, we have 10 e-bikes available at the moment in Cambodia. The e-bike brand that we have is Giant A+1. It's a really, really good e-bike. As I said, we have only 10 at the moment, but we usually, of even the program that I shared with you during this presentation, Phnom Penh to Siem Reap, we can organize a long multi-day cycling tour with e-bike. The only small, let's say, issue is that we have only 10. So if you book in advance, there is no problem. But we can offer a day tour or a multi-day tour with the e-bike.
Okay, we have received some more questions before the webinar. One question was, how about the luggage? Where do you store them while hiking or cycling?
So for the logistic, as I mentioned, our vehicle that are always follow our group. So the luggage usually are stored in the van, and the van, depending on the trail, bring them directly to the hotel. So the people, when they arrive at the hotel, they have their luggage already in their room. Or in some cases, for example, in Cardamom, when we do Chipat, because it's a module of 4 days, if the clients, they don't go to Korong after Chipat, we keep them maybe in Phnom Penh, so they just have a small backpack to carry with them, and so we take care of the luggage and we transfer them from one point to another one.
Okay. Pietro, he's asking, is there a different price for homestay or hotel stay?
Yes, there are different price. In some cases, yes, depending on the type of homestay. Some homestay that are really good and they have a good services that are a bit higher than some of them. Some are cheaper, but at the end, the homestay, of course, is cheaper than an hotel. But in terms of experience, in my opinion, it's way much more than that.
Okay, and then Pietro is also following up with the question, what about the travel insurance we provide our clients? Is it okay even for these activities?
Yes. So your clients, they have to have a travel insurance when traveling, of course, to Cambodia and to all Southeast Asia. But also our company, we have all our emergency procedure if something happened, and we have our liability insurance if something happened. So with our quality team and our active team. We always, when we design, as I mentioned at the beginning, we design our cycling and hiking tour. So we follow all the emergency and risk assessment procedure when creating those tours. But we, as Easia, we don't provide insurance to your clients. The clients coming from Europe should have already an insurance covering the trip.
Okay, I think we can conclude here for the questions and answers, as we are running already a little bit late. But if anybody would have any more practical questions after the webinar, so tomorrow we will send out a follow-up email with more links and more information, and you can always just reply to that email with all your further questions, and then we can get back to you one by one.
Okay, so what are you going to share now your screen?
I can do so, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
for now, Word is going to give us some information about the Agent Hub and the
you will have
tools.
to quickly share me the
the permission. Okay.
The permission, yes.
Okay, sorry. We're going to give you a small tour about our Agent Hub. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so I would like to briefly walk you guys through the online tools and platforms that we have available for our agents. As you can see here, we have, or I will focus today on our three main platforms. So as you can see here on the left, we have the Easia Travel Media Library. This is a private collection or a database of over 10,000 images that we offer our clients, available for download, copyright free, that they can reuse or they can use in their own marketing collateral, their websites, their brochures, their social media, and more. These ones are being updated, and more pictures are being added almost on a daily basis by our teams, who are going around all our destinations inspecting. But we also have our own in-house photo and videographer. That is, his main task is to keep this database growing. So that's the media library. You can find this media library by simply browsing to media.easiatravel.com. So it is it's by our parent company, Easia Travel. Once you are a client or a partner of us, we will provide you with a login, or you can register yourself if you are already a client and haven't gotten a login yet. Once you have a login, it's very simple. You just log in, and you have direct access to this collection of over 10,000 pictures right now. So that's the first online tool or platform. The second one is the one you see here on the far right, the Easia Travel Agent Hub. So our Agent Hub is a private resource, again, from our parent company, Easia Travel, that is exclusively available to our clients, and that contains truly a wealth of information, ranging from hotel fact sheets to marketing collateral, to activity, module, and itinerary fact sheets. It hosts a very large video collection. I think to date we have 175 videos available on our Agent Hub. These videos are mostly focused on leisure products, but they also include quite a few adventure products. And these videos, they can also be utilized by our clients, depending on their client status and their yearly sales. So depending on the contract that we have, our clients are able to use the white label versions of our videos, again, for their own marketing purposes. More so on the Agent Hub, we have promotion news, we have construction reports, and more. Right now, we have about 1,843 hotel and activity fact sheets. So as of today, and our production team is regularly adding new ones. For visiting this Agent Hub, it's very simple. You can navigate to easia-travel.com, which is our parent company's website. In the top right corner, there we have Agent Hub. If you do already have a login, you just provide your credentials and log in. If you are a client and you haven't signed up yet, you can simply do that here, sorry. This is a registration form, very simple and clear. Once we receive your registration, our sales team will verify the registration and will provide you back with your credentials so that you can log in to the Agent Hub. Once you have your credentials and you do log in, this is how your Agent Hub dashboard will look like. So on the top, we have the destination bulletin, as already mentioned. We have promotion news, construction reports, industry news, and more. Here on the left, we have sales and marketing collateral. On the right, we have flight tariffs. Below, we have a link to that media gallery that I just showed you before. And here we have the link to this video collection with the 175 and counting videos that we currently have. But for today, as we are running very low on time, I will just merely focus on the product portfolio, as the product portfolio is for many of our clients one of the most important resources. So if we go to the product portfolio, this is how the database looks like. So it's a database of hotel fact sheets, activity fact sheets, modules, itineraries. For active specifically, I would suggest, so if you're an active client, you can simply go here on the left into the filter menu, and just here you can find the Easia Active brand. If you're looking for a specific sport type, you can select that here, or you can filter for the specific sport type. So let's say we are looking for cycling products, and as today we are talking about Cambodia, here in the filter for destinations, I can tick Cambodia, and it will give you an overview of all our cycling products for the destination Cambodia. So yeah, by just ticking the sport types, we can also do hiking, but let's stick maybe to cycling for now. One of the, maybe I'll show you a fact sheet, how a fact sheet actually looks like. So maybe we have a closer look at this activity here, participate in the local village life by bicycle. It is in Cambodia, it is in Siem Reap, it's cycling. Simply click on view detail and it would take you to the fact sheet itself. So this is how a Easia Travel fact sheet looks like. Here on the top, if you see this icon, that means there is an actual product video available for this activity or for this product. I'm not gonna play the video right now, but you can have a look. I will also include a link to a fact sheet in the follow-up email tomorrow, so you can have a look for yourself. So again, these videos can be used by our clients in a white label version, so they can rebrand them with their own logo and then use them in their own marketing tools or marketing collateral. What do we have more in a fact sheet? We have an overview, very simple, basic overview on the amount of max packs, level of difficulties, seasonality, and such. We have a very quick description, can be combined with other activities in the same location. So in this case, Siem Reap. We have some selling points which might help you identify who to pitch this activity for, or if you already have an audience, on how to pitch it. Some more logistical information, time and transportation, and then we have a picture gallery. So here we don't have that many pictures, but some other fact sheets have a quite extensive image gallery. And here we have a link once you click on this link, it will take you back to the media library where you can actually download these pictures that you can then use for your own promotional purposes. So that's a fact sheet on the Agent Hub. Again, we have 1,843 of such fact sheets. They don't all include video. They also do include hotel fact sheets, but they will give you so much more information that you can all research by yourself. And then you can reach out to our travel designers with more concrete questions, and then we can get the conversation going. And the last one is the Easia Active website, which is our public website, just dedicated to Easia Active alone. On here, you can find more information about our destinations. You can find all our latest news. You can find a little bit more information on our team. And you can also find an overview. It's a sample overview of our active portfolio of the products that we offer. So also here, the filter is a bit easier, more straightforward. So we can just say, okay, I'm looking for hiking. We are talking about Cambodia. So here I see this product, Cardamom Mountains Jungle Trek, the one that Matteo already displayed before. If you would like to have more information on this product, you can do so by clicking here. If you already have a concrete question, you can ask a question directly from here. It goes to the sales team or to our travel designers, and they will get back to you. If you would like to have more information, by clicking on this button, it will take you directly to the fact sheet on the Easia Travel Agent Hub. In this case, yeah, as we see, the Cardamom Mountain Jungle experience with the hammock camping. And also here we have a video available, so that it will give you much more visual on how this experience actually looks like for your travelers. So that's it in a nutshell. So I hope that everybody enjoyed this webinar on Cambodia, and that everybody at least learned something new that will be useful for your business and to come out post-COVID stronger than before. I would like to thank you very, very, very much. And I would also like to remind you that next week at the same time, so next week, Tuesday, Matteo and Brice, our product manager for Vietnam, will be hosting a webinar on active and adventure travel in Vietnam. We will send you also the registration link for this webinar in the follow-up email tomorrow. Last but not least, to keep in touch, you can follow Matteo on LinkedIn. He posts regular updates on what's going on in our destinations and any news that we have in regards to new products or new tools. You can send us your concrete questions or requests directly to sales@easiaactive.com. Visit our website on easia-active.com. And we also have a monthly newsletter that we send out. If you would like to subscribe to this one, you can simply click on the link in the slide deck that we will send you tomorrow. And last but not least, if you would like to stay inspired or just stay up to date with what's all possible in terms of adventure travel, soft adventure travel and adventure travel in our 5 destinations, then please follow us on Instagram. So thanks again.
Okay.
Hope to see you all next week for our webinar about Vietnam.
Great. Thank you, everybody. And we see you next week. Thank you. Thank you, Ward, for your time. And see you next week.
My pleasure.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Take care.